Dramatic new evidence in the hidden history of JFK's assassination. Much of it, from government sources and associates of John and Robert Kennedy, proves clearly and simply, for the first time, that President John F. Kennedy was killed by a small, tightly held conspiracy directed by two Mafia godfathers. Using critical facts never reported before, this book documents exactly who was involved, why, and how they got away with it. It builds on the findings of Robert Kennedy and his own secret investigations, as well as those of the House Select Committee on Assassinations. The House Committee concluded in 1979 that JFK was probably assassinated as a result of a conspiracy, and that two Mafia godfathers who were close associates, Carlos Marcello and Santo Trafficante, had the motive, means, and opportunity to assassinate President Kennedy. Using exclusive interviews and newly declassified files not available to that committee, this book provides detailed proof of that conspiracy. In addition to Marcello and Trafficante, others involved included their associates, Mafia Don Johnny Rosselli and mobster John Martino. Few realize that all four men made credible confessions to JFK's murder, with Marcello providing by far the most detailed account, according to FBI files and sources that for the first time are fully detailed in this book. All four mobsters had also been assets of the Central Intelligence Agency in the early 1960s, working on the agency's plots to kill Fidel Castro, plots that began in September 1960 at the direction of then Vice President Richard Nixon, before JFK was elected president. Those CIA Mafia plots against Castro continued into 1963 without the knowledge of President Kennedy, Attorney General Robert Kennedy, or even JFK's CIA Director, John McCone. Marcello and Trafficante used two active-duty CIA men in their assassination plan, CIA agent Bernard Barker and CIA officer David Morales. A congressional investigator for the House Committee discovered that Morales, in 1963 a close friend of Johnny Rosselli, had confessed involvement in JFK's murder to two close associates. Barker admitted under oath that he had watched JFK's shooting as it happened, even though JFK's motorcade through Dealey Plaza was not broadcast live, even in Dallas. Barker was also identified as being behind the picket fence on the grassy knoll at the time of JFK's shooting by two credible eyewitnesses who encountered him, one of them a Dallas deputy sheriff. Important new material from FBI files and personnel allows this book to detail, for the first time, Carlos Marcello's own account of how he planned JFK's murder and used trusted associates to carry it out. This new information finally connects all the dots, tying Marcello to the shooters, to Lee Oswald, and to Jack Ruby.